Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate wears the badge Ultimate proudly, and it is just. The insane amount of work involved, every character returning, and then there are the spirit battles. With over 1,300 current spirits and 1,000 of them being in the form of a battle, there are so many nods to the many franchises that my neck starts to hurt. But it's nearly impossible to understand every spirit battle reference and why they are well thought out and fit that character. Some can be obvious, some are far more obscure. So I'm starting a new series, explaining every spirit battle. Each video will be a different franchise because doing one video for every spirit battle would be insane. There'll be no particular order in what franchises I do one after the other. Just depends on when I get all the footage, as many battles will be random on the spirit board. And I will only be covering the battles themselves, not spirits obtained through summoning and whatnot. Another thing to note, just assume, because it does apply 99% of the time, the costume the fighter is wearing is a nod to the spirit character in one form or another. Mentioning the costume looks like a Spiny over and over again will just get annoying. So let's jump into the Blue Falcon and race around Big Blue. Try not to think about how F-Zero has at one point been popular enough to warrant an anime, but we haven't gotten a new game since 2004. This is every spirit battle explained for F-Zero. The Dr. Stewart spirit is represented by Dr. Mario, who I'm still not 100% sure is a real doctor. You battle it out on Mute City SNES, as Dr. Stewart was introduced in the first F-Zero game. Dr. Mario will heal naturally over time, and food items appear, nodding to Dr. Stewart healing others. The original Mute City music plays. The Pyko spirit is represented by Bowser on Mute City SNES. Bowser will start the battle with a ray gun, a nod to how Pyko is an ex-military hitman. Deathwind plays as you fight, a nod to the original F-Zero where he is said to be from Deathwing, although it was retconned in the future and he now hails from Tortsy 3. And I might be mispronouncing that one. The Jody Summer spirit is represented by Zero Suit Samus and Captain Falcon as an ally. Captain Falcon represents John Tanaka, who was alongside Jody in the Galactic Space Federation, as he also has feelings for her and feels he needs to protect her. You battle it out in Big Blue and their speed is increased, as in-game she may be inexperienced as an F-Zero pilot, but she has great abilities to control speed. White Land plays during the battle. The Mighty Gazelle spirit is represented by fellow robot Mega Man. You fight it out on Mute City SNES with a Zap Floor activated. Mega Man will start with damage, but is more powerful, a nod to how the Mighty Gazelle was once a human and raced in the F-Zero races, but nearly died in a crash and was rebuilt into a robot that you see before you, and in turn has become a better pilot. Dream Chaser plays while you battle. The Baba spirit is represented by Captain Falcon. You battle it out on Big Blue and Captain Falcon has increased speed, a nod to his training in between races to get better, I would assume. This stamina battle has White Land playing. The Octoman spirit is represented by Mr. Game & Watch on Port Town Aero Drive. Game & Watch's Final Smash meter will charge quicker and he will obtain sudden Final Smashes to use Octopus, which is meant to represent Octoman. Planet Colors plays while you battle. The Mr. Ida spirit is represented by a giant Wario and Rob. This is due to Ida having a lot of similarities to Mario and is an android. Also, not exactly related, he did dress up as Peach in the F-Zero anime. Back on topic, you battle it out on Big Blue and they do damage when they dash, and the damage is more than normal. Brain Cleaner plays while you battle. That is an odd name for a song. The Biorex spirit is represented by Wolf on Port Town Aero Drive. Food items appear more commonly and in waves. He will also get a boost of stats after he eats, a nod to how originally Biorex entered the races to prove his superiority to humans, but later down the road he entered to feed his appetite for mammoth ribs. He enters a deadly race for food. I can respect and identify with Biorex. Firefield plays while you battle. The Blood Falcon spirit is represented by the man he was cloned from, Captain Falcon. You battle it out on Port Town Aero Drive with increased special attacks, increased speed, and favoring those special attacks. A nod to how this clone was made to kill Captain Falcon. The Car Select music plays. The Jack Levin spirit is represented by Ken and 3 female Wii Fit trainers, as they represent Jack's female entourage, as before becoming an F-Zero racer, Jack was a pop star. Ken will get sudden Final Smashes on Big Blue as Dream Chaser plays, which kinda sounds like the title to a pop song. The Zoda spirit is represented by Snake on Mute City SNES. Zoda is a bit of an antagonist in F-Zero, even making illegal modifications to his vehicle when the sport became illegal and there was no one monitoring the races officially. Motion sensor bombs will spawn commonly. Snake will start the battle with a lipstick, which may be a nod to this tube going from his head to a machine that will pump adrenaline and dopamine into him. So Zoda is Bane from Batman? Anyways, Sand Ocean plays. The Black Shadow Spirit is represented by Ganondorf and Captain Falcon in the Blood Falcon costume, as Black Shadow cloned him. You battle it out in Port Town Arrow Drive, as you will take sudden damage, perhaps a nod to Black Shadow relentlessly pursuing to kill Captain Falcon. Devil's Call in Your Heart plays. The Skull Spirit is represented by Robin, a nod to how Skull was once Sterling Levon, a racer in the F-Max Grand Prix, a competition that predates the F-Zero by 200 years. Sterling uses science and black magic, hence Robin, to assure he can continue racing even after death, and resurrects into the Skull. Robin's magic is buffed up and will favor his down special Nosferatu, which is used in the Fire Emblem games with dark tones. Brain Cleaner plays. And that is every F-Zero Spirit Battle explained. And this being a series I had to do extensive research on and learning about all these characters, how is there not more love for this franchise? I mean, a lot of the characteristics seem very Saturday morning cartoonish. Oh, right. But still, this makes me want to go back and play the F-Zero games I've missed, and heck, even watch the anime. These Spirit Battles have made me appreciate the franchise even more, showcasing how much care was put into them. And I hope you got some better insight on the F-Zero franchise yourself, and let's hope a new game comes to the Switch in the near future. Thank you for joining me here at the Nintendo Network. What is your favorite F-Zero Spirit Battle? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider helping out on Patreon. Now if you'll excuse me, time to work on another Spirit video.